All right, fine. I'll be a gracious host. How you doing?
Little Mermaid is the scariest Disney movie by far, though.
Why the hell is Ace Blade in your Kickstarter?
Some comics. I'm getting controversial today. We're gonna get controversial today with
my proudest moment is this interview and being able to talk to you two.
All right, let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Taurus Comics in collaboration with Fourth Wall Production proudly brings to you the Four Tales podcast. I am your host, Kyron Silva from Taurus Comics. Across the way is the purple publicist of Ace Blade, Danny J. Quick. And together we are your two award-winning blurred comic creators here to help you find your next favorite comic. We are live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and a host of other programs. So if you're listening or watching us live, thank you for your support. But don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and review this podcast because all your positive reviews and interactions help us reach a bigger audience.
yes,
All right,
indeed.
man.
They do.
How you feeling?
I feel good, man. How you feel?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I just want to make sure you're gonna be okay. As all you, Danny recently had a major accident over the weekend. He
Not
was
a major
injured.
accident. It was not a major.
It was
accident.
a life-threatening accident, from my understanding. He hurt himself very badly, saving a elderly people from a fiery building or something. No,
No, that didn't happen. I wish it had, but
car accident.
no, not a car accident. I was actually, I actually got sustained a hamstring strain, a concussion, and two broken, my fourth and fifth metacarpal, playing kickball, in an adult kickball league.
Oh,
That's all I want to say about that right now, because we got
okay.
more important things to talk about.
I didn't know there were adult kickball leagues, so I'm gonna have to look into this. And what kind of kickball are y'all playing in North Carolina? Because that sounds dangerous if you're getting that injured.
Well, we call it murder ball here.
Huh.
It's real gangster. You bring weapons. There are referees and physicians on staff, and it's like a mix between dodgeball, kickball, and ultimate fighting. So, that just gives
Okay.
you an idea.
Well, unbeknownst to Danny, I actually reached out to his wife and his kids, and I got video of the whole situation of when he hurt himself. So I'm gonna share that real. No, I'm just.
I wish you did, man. I actually wish that there was video because I know it had to look hilarious. And once I figured out that I was okay, once I could stand on my own, and I figured all I was gonna have to do was, I need to put my brace on, but ice it and let it heal. It was funny. It was hilarious. Like I know that if there was video footage of it, it would be 100% hilarious, and I would 100% put it on TikTok and get those views.
Facebook user says Danny was running and realized he was 37. That is correct. Anybody over the age of 35 understands you run too much, your body just gives up after a while.
That's
So
100% what happened. That is 100% what happened.
I do have something to share, and this is related to our last week's guest, Kevin Chapman, writer
Yep.
artist of Afro Avenger. You were nice enough to share a new logo redesign for him last week, and
Yep.
then before this episode, you showed me something he had shared with you. It was a cool image that he did for you guys, and I was like, I feel like I need to be sharing things. So I worked on something this week very quickly as a warm up, and I'm going to share it with you. And here we go. So for anybody that's not watching the stream live, what I'm sharing is an image I did of Afro Avenger battling Ace Blade,
Wow.
in the vein of the Frank Miller Dark Knight versus Superman image.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't mind Ace Blade getting knocked down like that. That's actually kind of what it looked like when I was playing kickball. Um, to be honest with you, so maybe you did see the footage because that's pretty much what my body looked like. And that it's the wrong leg. The left leg is is the one that is bent backward. Should be
That
bent
really?
back.
Okay.
Other than that, this is amazing. I love this, man. This is great.
Thank you. Thank you. I do have a time lapse. I'll share that, after the show because we do have an amazing guest on today, and I don't want to keep her waiting too much. But I wanted to share that, and hopefully, Kevin, if you're in the chat, hopefully you like it. I see a couple Facebook users, which I don't know why Facebook does this, but if Kevin, if you are there, hope you like that, man.
Great, man.
All right. So, I drew something mad. What? Damn, Kyron, I drew something mad wrong. I don't know who that is. All right.
No.
Anyways.
Yeah, he said that you said that he drew something. He put together a video. That's what it was. He put together a video.
Okay.
If that's Kevin.
All right. If it's Kevin. All right. Anyways. Enough shenanigans. Enough messing around. Let's bring on our guest. She is a writer and artist, a creator, a streamer, I don't have any other adjectives, so let's just bring her on. Her name is Vesenia Designs, or Vesenia Lindsey, however you want to say.
You guys can call me Bess if it's too difficult.
No, we're good.
Bez, how you doing?
Doing good.
It's very nice to meet you. I don't know about Kyron, but I recently followed you on TikTok. That's where I'm most familiar with your work. I want to say I saw you on somebody else's show. It was either Moana or Michael Watson's show.
It was Michael Watson.
Michael Watson, yeah.
Yeah.
You were talking about the puppet. I don't even know what it's called, but I think I followed you then, and TikTok's algorithm is so crazy. I hadn't been seeing your stuff, but when Kyron mentioned you, I was like, oh yeah, I know who that is. So yeah, you do great work. Your art is amazing. You're super versatile as a creator. And I'm glad we got the chance to talk to you. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. It's actually amazing to talk to you guys because I was just like watching you guys show when Michael Watson was on. I was like, oh snap, this is so dope.
Wait, we have a comment here that says that she is known as a Brooklyn Architect. I need to know what
God.
that is all about. Wait, let's just stop everything. What is the Brooklyn Architect?
Wait a minute, what does that mean?
Yeah.
That is one of my I call my community the pulses because pulse means energy. So I'm like, you guys are my energy. You guys keep me going, wanting to create more and stuff. So that's the lad, and he's actually a friend and a pulse. He always makes jokes like that, saying that I created the Sears Tower and my face is on the wall.
Oh wow.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was something about moving bricks or something like that. So I'm glad that you cleared that up.
Imagine.
I actually thought it was like a superhero name for a second. I don't know.
Sure. I wasn't sure. Oh, but that's awesome. That's awesome. So, welcome to the show. I want to know, like, this show is all about discovering your new favorite indie artist and or indie creator. And I want to say that I feel bad because you're 9 issues into your project.
Working on 10.
Working on 10.
And and I'm just now catching on. So I want to check it out because I was watching your Kickstarter the Kickstarter video for number 9, even though we just barely missed it. So tell us about that first of all.
Okay, so Celestial Pulse is a modern fantasy with action, mystery, mythical powers, and it's about the main character. Her name is Fuji, and she has to learn how to master her abilities, remember her past, to stop a war that is about to happen. So she has to uncover who is behind everything. So it's more like growth and trying to defeat anything that stands in her way.
Okay, so no pressure then. No pressure.
Now, if you're doing this for 9 issues so far, how long have you had this story in your mind and you're like ready to do this? Like, when did that start?
Well, I made this comic as it was like something that I was going through a lot when I was young. I was, abused and stuff like that, and this was like an escape. So I've been having this it was called a fan comic, like just me putting myself in a different type of reality and being able to morph it and change it gave me the control that I wanted, for my life. So what ended up happening was it was never supposed to be in anybody's eyes, but I ended up getting married to my husband. And he was like, what is this? So he started reading it. I'm not paying attention. And he's looking at all my art. I'm like, oh, he's looking at my art. He loves my art. It's fine, and I do this as a hobby, so it's whatever. But then he's like, this has to be something. Like, you cannot just sit on this. So we actually sat down with me, him, and his sister. And we just came up with a title, started copywriting. I'm like, wait a minute, this is actually really happening. So within I would say 2015, that's when I went public with it. So it's been 7 years into
Wow.
Wow,
everything.
I love
Seven,
it.
Yeah.
9 issues in 7 years is a fantastic rate. Most people struggle with one issue a year, and you're busting out
Yeah,
an issue and a half. That's crazy.
especially
Yeah.
especially indie folks. So I know you're an artist. I know you color. I know you make cosplay. I know you do
Wait, don't
3D.
disrespect her writing
I
too.
know you
She's not
write.
just an
I
artist.
know you write. I know that you do pretty much everything when it comes to art. So in the actual comics, how much of the work are you doing?
100%.
Oh,
So I'm doing the art, I'm doing the writing, I'm doing the backgrounds, I'm doing the lining, the coloring, you name it, I'm doing the marketing, everything. The only thing is, I'm thankful for my husband because he's actually like my manager. So he'll try to manage as much as he can, set up any type of like conventions we need to go to,
mhm.
try to link me up with people that he has, came in contact with and stuff like that. And then like he's a plumber, so like he'll tell people about my book and
He's
stuff
your
like
hype man.
that.
Is what
Right. Who he's the best.
okay.
I love it. I love it. My wife is a hairstylist, and she does the same thing for me. All of her clients who have children, she'll tell them about Ace Blade. She'll tell them about the ideas that we have and all kinds of stuff. Even if they don't want to hear it, she just finds a way to bring it up. So yeah, that's one thing that you love about those spouses. They
My wife
Yeah.
can't take my comics into her job. She'd get in trouble. So
Not even a business card. Just like,
nah. Well, she works in the
no.
hospital field, so it'd be sort of hard. She scans somebody, like,
Oh.
"Hey, you want to read this comic while I scan your belly?"
It's a boy. You know
Yeah,
what? I think they would love Shaman's Destiny. Here,
yeah,
take that.
yeah.
Right. It'll work. It'll work.
Oh man, I love it.
No, your series is very, I'd say, influenced in a manga anime style. At least, um, when you were growing up, I'm assuming you're into anime and manga a lot, or was that something you just happened upon?
Actually, it's funny because I was okay. So I grew up in New York, and I was always into street art. Just making things with my hands, sculpture, you name it, I've done it. And then when I went to high school, I was part of the people who just like were known for being good at art. So they will come to me to draw like tattoos or whatever, right? And I started making friends, and they actually introduced me to manga and anime. So I started getting into like watching late at night, Adult Swim, where I'm
Mm.
watching Cowboy Bebop,
There
Inuyasha,
you
and
go.
all that. And I'm like, dude, this is dope. So I'm just got into like Fundamation, and then I started getting those Shonen Jump books. And I just, ever since I was like 14, it was like, that's what I want
That's
to do.
it.
I want to create in that type of way.
God, it feels
I
like
think
Adult
it's
Swim was everybody's, entry. Well,
yeah.
not mine, but it seems like most people's Adult Swim was into it. That's how they got into manga and anime. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I recently saw a I recently saw a TikTok of a young lady who her friends introduced her to anime. Like she was like, she was crying. Like the TikTok, she was crying, and she was like, "This is not supposed to be me. My friends made me watch this anime Naruto," and she was talking about Jiraiya. She was like, "Jiraiya, he died," and she just like she was
wait, Jiraiya
unconsolable. Like,
dies? God, spoilers, man.
man,
Jesus.
that's 5 years ago. If you don't know that, if you don't know that, I'm sorry. But
That anime is
it's
long.
I think
Yeah.
those friends who get you into anime, man, it's a setup. It's definitely a setup because some of those shows are very, very emotional. My kids
Oh,
put me
yeah.
on to Assassination Classroom, and I was like, bro, for a show that's 2 seasons,
Hmm.
I
this thing
love
was
that show.
really good.
Definitely.
Okay, we have a comment here that says she has spilled the spirit of the Doki Doki.
The Doki.
What the heck is a Doki Doki?
That's the sound of your heart when it beats fast.
Okay, all right.
You know how
I'm
those
learning so
anime
much right
girls?
now.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
All right. All
You're
right, so let's go back to your work here with Celestial Pulse. How many issues do you anticipate creating with this book? Like, do you have an ending in goal, or do you?
I have an ending, but I don't know how many issues going to get to it. So like right now, I'm breaking into my character learning the truth, and that's this next issue that's about to drop, and I'm like, oh boy, I'm not even close to like the mid part, you know.
Mhm.
So it's just I don't know the amount of books, but I know that there's an ending, so it's not like, you know, Naruto or anything like that.
right.
So we can
Yeah.
anticipate 100 issues from you, maybe 200.
Um, I guess you could say maybe 100, maybe less
Dang.
than that, honestly. Maybe less than
Okay.
that, honestly. Because
All
like we're
right.
10 in, and I'm like 25 into the story, like 25% into the story. So, you know, give or take, I would say like 60 to 100.
I think
That's a
that's a
nice.
wonderful goal. I think that
Yeah.
is a wonderful goal to that you already have the ending in mind. I know Michael Watson, he has a similar goal with Hot Shot. He has a hundred issues planned out. So um I like that you are already thinking about the future of the story at least. And you're well on your way. Like, what is it that what is it? Because I see you have a strong presence on Twitch, and you stream, and like I said, you do all these different artistic things. What is it that you um I can't even ask what do you need help with because you do it all. But what is it that you would like help with, or if there was one part that you wanted to turn over to somebody else to do, which part would it be?
I think honestly it would be the marketing, like just somebody who would just make that presence a little bit more stronger. Because like
Hmm.
doing it on my own, I'm pushing, but I don't think I'm strong enough to push to the place that I should be at, or I think I should be at. Like, you know, so I'm like, if I could get anybody who could like just market, or, you know, like how like usually publishers would just put it out there and stuff like that. You don't got to
Hmm.
do anything. You don't have to do the shipping, none of that. Because if you look back there, I got shipping boxes all day. You know, I do that, but I just need somebody to like just push Celestial Pulse out there farther than I can do it. You know.
Have you
Absolutely.
have you considered maybe going to a publisher at any point, or do you think that's something you'll want to do in the future?
Me and my husband, we was talking about it for some time. Um,
Mm.
and then we tried to get to know some of them, but it turned out they came out shady. And to tell you the truth, I want a person of color to do my publishing and all that. I don't want to just do mainstream or whatever everybody else is doing. So, you know, it's hard. You know, you
Hmm.
got to try to find the right people to take it on, and um, you know, push it that you think they can push it too.
Absolutely. That is
Yeah.
a struggle. That's something that we talk about a lot on this show. Because a lot of the creators we talk to are creators of color. Myself and Kyron, we make comics, and Kyron's an artist. I am a letterer, writer, illustrator, all that stuff. So, but marketing is,
It's hard.
that that's it's hard. It's just difficult because there is a market for the things that you make, but getting it in front of the right people is a really specialized field. Like it's not as artistic as it is analytical sometimes. So
Yeah.
um it takes somebody with kind of an analytical mind to push the right buttons at the right time to get it in front of the right people. So um I think we gotta find somebody. And Michael Watson, again, we talk about him all the time on the show. He's doing a great job with Freestyle Comics.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, it's just it's a struggle, and that's the one thing that I think we have in common is that we gotta find somebody who can really operate in that vein for us.
Right. Exactly.
So, with you saying marketing is probably your biggest struggle, what do you use right now as far as marketing?
I stream. I'm an online presence. I go to conventions. I am if I know the person who does conventions and they're like, Vest, do you want to do a panel? I'm on it. Like, I am doing as much as I can to get in the eyes of anyone. So, like, I try to meet, try to make friends, try to network as much as I can, and then just like try to like ride the flow. Oh, you're doing that? Oh, you need somebody? I'm there, And like, don't get me wrong, it'll make my schedule a little bit tighter. I might be a little bit more stressed, but it's just that much more that we added onto Celestial Post because there'll be times where I'm at conventions and somebody's like, yo, I've seen your stuff. I never seen this table, but I've seen your stuff somewhere and I just can't pinpoint it. So they end up buying my stuff because they're like, wait a minute, I've seen this. I know it's something, let me get it. And it's just try my best to get my face out there. Trying to just do as much as I can as a human.
Now you do have a big following. It feels like on Twitch and Twitter. I'm assuming you use Instagram and Facebook. Well, I know you use Facebook because you gave me that.
Yeah.
But out of these programs, what do you think is the biggest help for you as far as getting people to look at your work?
Um, tell you the truth, I started off on YouTube at first, so that helped a big much. And then when I got on Twitch, that actually like boosted it up, and that's because I stream like Monday through Fridays, so like I'm every day in somebody's face, and doing that, doing Kickstarters, um, and like I started TikTok now, so people are like noticing me for like animations and things that I do that I just do for like fun or whatever. So I think it's just literally just streaming in general on Twitch that has just helped me meet people, um, boost off, and then like going to conventions.
All right. I'm reading some of the comments on here, and you have people just willing to hype your comic every way, any minute they can. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No, that's cool.
Oh,
I'm glad. Please feel free to have your fans flood our comments with any questions they have, because you know, that helps us too, is making a good show for you. So,
man.
all right, let's see. She's been a great comfort to fight against.
Darrell, the cheese smelling man. So,
What?
Chibi Chan, she actually watches my stream while she goes through transit, and I guess one of the people that is on the bus, he smells like cheese, and he's just like, gross. So I
Okay.
comfort her. She feels a lot better coming to
Okay.
stream.
All right. See, this is the stuff that you only get on our show. You can't get this anywhere else. All right. No.
Nowhere.
So during the time that you've been working on Celestial Pulse, have you ever been reached out by other creators or maybe wanted to collaborate with other creators on any other projects?
Actually, yeah. When I first started, I was just handing out flyers, letting people know because I had 4 issues. So went to convention, started handing out flyers. Ended up meeting Victor, and he actually got me into the convention life. So I started getting more affiliate with it, trying
Wait,
to
who is Victor? Who?
Victor Dandruff.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Not everybody
that's my
knows the
guy.
hardest working man in comics, so we want to
Yeah,
make sure we get his name
hardest.
out there.
The hardest working man in
Yes,
comics.
Or does he just
the
go by
hardest.
Victor and everybody just knows him now as Victor?
I
His,
guess
his, he's reached he's
He's
reached
like
Beyonce
Prince.
level. He's only got one name now. That's good.
Okay. All right. So there's
right.
Prince, there's Beyonce, there's
And then there's
Jordan,
Victor.
and then there's Victor. All right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Because when he saw my stuff and he saw the animation that I created to open up Celestial Pulse, he was like, wait a minute, what is happening? Why you're not on this side? And I was like, I don't know how to get on that side. And he was like, well, I'm gonna show you today. And I was like, oh, okay. So
There you go.
he actually helped me get a table at Wizard World, and that's where I started. And then going to conventions, I met Michael Watson. I was dressed up as my character. He was like, "Oh my God, this is so cool!" So he came to my table, saw all the books, and he was like, "This is beyond this bonkers. Like, this is crazy. Like, you're doing all this stuff. You're even in costume. Like,
Mhm.
what is
That was a
this?"
that was a good Michael Watson impression too. That I heard
Yeah.
the bass. I heard it. I heard him when you said that. I love it.
Right. And then I went to his table and he was doing his sketch, and I was like, "Oh, this is dope," because he likes to sketch on the comic paper.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just amazing to see him work and see Victor work, because I've seen him in panels, I've seen him in his table and all that, and like they went like so. I'm trying to follow the trail, trying to go behind it.
And all these
You are
stories makes me
already
want to
there,
do
Vez.
a show on the East Coast even more now.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of dope creators here. Um, I think Victor works with Ren, so he's an awesome artist. Also, my sister, she knows him, so she saw him in Virginia Beach's Comic Con. I was like, I gotta get in there because she live over there. So
Mhm.
I'm trying to branch out a little bit more than from where I'm at now.
Right, that's amazing. Um, Again, we love just seeing creators flourish and just connecting with each other. It's always great to meet people that you know have connected with other people that you know. So, oh, Ren is in Ren. Listen, if you know Ren McKenzie, um,
Yes.
that dude, he's amazing also. So, he can get a little vulgar sometimes. He always is causing trouble, but he's a good guy. He's a good guy though. Um, so that's awesome. Kyron, you ready for quick takes?
Sure.
All right. So, uh, if you don't know, we do a weekly segment called Quick Takes, and we're gonna give you five rapid fire questions, and you got 45 seconds to answer them. Uh,
Okay.
whenever Kyron is ready. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like that picture. Okay. So like I said, we have five questions for you, and you just answer off the top of your head. These are things that I've noticed, just checking out your TikTok and your social media stream, and I just had a question about. So here we go. I saw a TikTok of yours that said that your celebrity lookalike was Kanye West. Um, I disagree, but maybe you do. Um, who do you think your celebrity lookalike is, and why?
I don't think there's anyone that looks like me.
No.
No, I don't think so. Oof. I don't know.
Who were you expecting to see when you did the filter? Who would you have thought you would have seen?
I don't know. Somebody random, but not Kanye. That's for sure. Because I was like, I need a DNA test at this point. Hello.
Well, let's put it to the audience. Let's see what the audience says that your celebrity
Oh man.
look like
Who?
is.
What is
Yeah,
my
everybody
celebrity
in the
look
audience.
like?
Who's Bez's celebrity look like? We'll get some.
I forgot that girl's name.
J-Lo.
But
I
you know
can
the
see
one.
J-Lo.
J-Lo?
J
Yeah.
Lo.
I can see Jenny from
I
the
can see
block.
that.
I can see that.
Rena
I'll
Marino.
take that.
Rena Marino. Okay, I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, that's a good one. I love that. All right.
Oh man.
We got Beyonce in
So
there
number
too.
two, Queen Latifah. I can see that. Queen Latifah, Latfiah is the name. I can kind of see that. All right. So, question number two. Your story is called Celestial Pulse. I want to know, what is your favorite celestial body, and what kind of energy do you pick up from the celestial,
Celestial body. What do you mean? Like something heavenly
like
or
the
something?
sun, the moon, the stars, the planets?
I
Which
think a
which,
star. I will embody a star. Because I'll be like one of those like stars that are trying to shine as much as it can. And you know how like even though it disappears, it still shines? That's me.
I love it. That's a great answer. That's a great answer, full of energy. All right. Okay. Question three. Now we normally ask this question a different way. We usually ask creators, what do they think what would they prefer somebody to do in support of their comics, whether um, when it comes to cosplay or fan art. But since you're an artist and you also cosplay, I want to know if you were going to support somebody else's comic or somebody else's creation, what would you do? Would you create a fan art or would you create a cosplay for
Definitely a fan art. And if I have time, I would cosplay. It'll take me all day, but I'll do it.
Cosplay takes so long, man. It's such an intensive process.
Listen, my costume was done in 3 days of Halloween because I wanted to dress up as my character. So I got it done. I was up late at night just ironing and like just putting things together.
I love it. I'm still trying to get Kyron into a Saw outfit for his character.
Yes.
That would be great. But I don't think he'll do it. Okay. So, all right.
I don't have the
question
hips
number
for that. That's why I'm not going to do it. I need hips.
You can put
Just
some
pad
padding
them
on
up. Yeah. Put
Yeah,
on
put some pads
pads.
on the side. You'll be straight. Okay, so I've heard stories about animation and how difficult it is to kind of animate your own stuff. Now I know you do you do character rigging, you do frame by frame animation. I want to know what is the hardest part of animation and why did you never finish that amazing animation that you did with Fuji dancing?
The hardest part is actually getting it done by yourself. So like I had for the Fuji dancing, I had 64 pictures I had to draw. And that was way too much. I'm in my 12th picture, so I'm getting there slowly, but the hardest part is just finishing.
Yeah, I mean the layout looked really good. Like the layout of it was very nice. I was like I want to see it finished, but I know doing the layers of art and color, and then getting the shading and lighting right. You got the celestial thing going around her. Like I can't even imagine. Okay, now this one I might be putting you on the spot. I saw you did some. I want to say you did Pulse-tober, was it? Was it Pulse?
Yeah.
You did the Teen Titans. I want to know. I want you to rank the Teen Titans members, the members of the Teen Titans. Usually we do for the fifth question we do top five question for our guests. But I want you to rank the Teen Titans members from 5 to 1.
Okay.
Worst to best. The
first
5
one-
original Teen Titans. Yep.
The 5 original?
Beast Boy,
Yeah,
Robin.
Do I have to like number them like who
Number
is
5.
better? Okay,
Number
so,
5.
okay.
Number 5 is the worst. Number 1 is the best.
Okay, so number 1 would be Robin. Number 2 would be Cyborg. Number 3 would be Raven. Number 4, Beast Boy, and number 5, Starfire.
Wow.
Oh wow. Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
when you said Robin is number 1, everything else was going to be fine.
We just need to know Robin. That's all.
Yeah.
Robin at what? Robin is so overzealous. He reminds me a lot of if you watch My Hero Academia, he's like Deku. Well, Deku is like him, I guess. But those are my favorite kind of characters. The ones who are too much all the time. I love those kind of characters in cartoons and anime.
Right, and they have different ones, so like each of them have different personalities, which makes it even better, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we messed you up with your fans. They saying you're gonna have to explain Robin at 1.
What?
No, there's no need to explain that. It's Robin, and it always will be Robin at 1.
Come on,
I agree.
I
It's
love
Robin.
Batman. Robin just took it up a notch, like, come on, with his sassy attitude and stuff. Hey, come on.
We got some Beast Boy fans in the chat. Some Beast Boys at
Beast
number
Boy
1. I love it.
Yeah, there's some people in my chat that loves Beast Boy. I
don't think you
that
can go wrong with any other Teen Titans. They're all great characters. So, but absolutely. Oh, the real question is, this is just off the top of my head: Teen Titans or Teen Titans Go? Which
oh my
one do
God, Teen Titans. Ugh, not Teen
Ah.
Titans Go. I can't do it. You know what? I prefer the Young Justice. if anything.
Young Justice.
Okay, there you
Yes.
go. I'll go with that one.
If anything, but I can't do Go.
I love Teen Titans Go because I can literally just put it on and just zone out. It's one of the few shows that I can still just put on and zone out and let my mind just go nowhere. So I love Teen Titans Go. But okay, that was quick takes with our 5 and bonus question. You did a great job. I appreciate it.
Was quick takes brought to us by anybody this week?
Quick takes brought to us by Kickball. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
You can dodge a ball. I love it.
Definitely.
Kyron, you're muted. You done muted yourself, Kyron.
I'm not muted. You just don't stop talking, so
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Nobody can hear me. All right. Well, that is the end of our show for today. So we thank you for being on. I guess if you want to shout out where people can check out your work, buy your books, I mean, definitely want to support her and buy everything she has triple times, please. But where can for anybody that's listening to the podcast, where can they find your books at?
They could find it in the Square store, so it's VeseniaDesigns.squareup.com. And if anything, you could go on my Twitch, and in my panels you'll see a little store link for you to be able to click.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And Danny, where can people find your work at?
If you're looking for me or you're looking for Ace Blade, you can go to our website, fourthwallpros.com, or find me at the Ace Blade on all social media platforms. Kyron, where can people find you?
You can find me at tauruscomics.com. You can also find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram at Taurus Comics. And if this is your first time checking out the Four Tales podcast, you can go back and listen to our previous episodes at fourtalespodcast.com. That's the number 4, TALES podcast.com. But please join us next week where we're going to have writer and author Leanne Renee Heiber on the show. And she's going to talk about the novels that she's written. So until then, sayonara, goodbye, and please take care of yourselves.
Music provided by my brother, Quix Made It. Find him online in YouTube, Instagram, and SoundCloud.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.